The 1950s an era when American cars weren't just transportation. They were bold declarations of style, speed, and innovation. With tail fins that scraped the sky and engines that thundered down open roads, this was the golden age of chrome and horsepower. Buckle up, we're diving into the 10 most powerful American machines to ever roll out of the fabulous 50s. Number 10. Lincoln Premier, 1957. If you were rolling through 1957 and wanted to drive something that looked part nightclub, part spaceship, the Lincoln Premier fit the bill. Oversized, extravagant, and impossible to ignore, it was Lincoln's stylish counter to Cadillac's dominance. It boasted a 368 cubic inch V8, delivering 300 horsepower. This wasn't built for street racing, it was for arriving in style, preferably at a private club. Longer than today's Chevy Suburban, and decked with jet-inspired taillights, Lincoln dubbed it a road yacht, and they weren't kidding. The interior was a plush showcase of mid-century luxury, with power features everywhere and enough chrome to blind onlookers. It even offered factory air conditioning and deep dish safety steering. The Premier was more than just big, it was confident. It didn't chase speed records, it commanded presence wherever it rolled. Number 9. Chrysler C300. 1955. Chrysler shook the industry in 1955 with the C300, refined beast that looked corporate but roared like a street fighter. Often credited as the first true American muscle car, it wasn't all talk. The 300 came from its 300 HP Hemi V8, a powerhouse at the time, featuring solid lifters, dual 4-barrel carbs, and an exhaust growl like no other. The C300 clocked 130 miles per hour and ruled the NASCAR scene. Its understated bodywork hid serious performance DNA, and the cabin was all business leather seats, full gauges, and minimal distractions, built for both speed and sophistication. The C300 was a boardroom bruiser with a racetrack resume. Number 8. Ford Thunderbird FCode 1957. In its last year, before Ford revamped the T-Bird, they unleashed the FCode variant, a luxury coupe with racecar DNA, equipped with a 312 cubic inch V8 and a Paxton McCulloch supercharger. It pumped out 300 horsepower and 439 pounds-ft of torque. It could dash from 0 to 60 in just 6 seconds, a rocket by 1950 standards. Only 212 were made, making this one of the rarest and most coveted Thunderbirds ever. Inside, it was upscale but purposeful, with padded dashboards and aviation-inspired gauges. The FCode wasn't just sporty, it was stealthy and exclusive. A gentleman's hot rod. Number 7. Cadillac Series 60 Special 1958A, product of post-war prosperity. The 58 Cadillac 60 Special was more than a car, it was an art piece on wheels. Over 18 feet long and gleaming with chrome, it carried designer Bill Mitchell's unmistakable touch. A 365 V8, delivering 310 horsepower, was mated to a hydromatic 4-speed. This caddy wasn't for drag strips, it was for gliding in velvet-like silence. It had power everything: seats, brakes, windows, and featured early innovations like automatic dimming headlights. Its purpose wasn't brute force, it was smooth dominance. The Series 60 cruised like a yacht and looked like royalty on wheels. Number 6. Pontiac Bonavville 1957. Pontiac kicked off a performance revolution in 1957. With the limited-run Bonavville, only 630 were made, all convertibles, and every one came with advanced fuel injection. Under the hood was a 347 CI V8, pumping out 315 horsepower. It hit 60 miles per hour in 8.1 seconds, which was blazing for its time. Borrowing Corvette tech, the Bonneville's Rochester fuel injection made it responsive and ahead of its time. It wasn't just fast, it was flashy too, with tritone paint, leather trim, and top-shelf appointments. A limited edition launch that redefined Pontiac's performance. Number 5. Chevrolet Impala 348 Tri-Power 1959. By 1959, the Impala had become its own beast. Low, wide, and boldly styled, its signature K-tie taillights and teardrop rear window made it instantly recognizable. Its real firepower came from a 348 Sci V8 with tri-power 3 2-barrel carbs, that pushed up to 335 horsepower. The setup gave it real muscle, especially when paired with a manual transmission and positive traction. Inside, it blended comfort and flash, offering power options, stylish trim, and enough backseat room for Saturday night cruising. The Impala became a street icon, a factory-built muscle machine that wore its flair with pride. Number 4. Edsel. Citation 1958. Ford's Edsel brand may have been short-lived, but the Citation left its mark. A top-tier luxury cruiser, it stood out with outrageous design and serious muscle. Under the hood, a 410 cm V8, cranking out 345 horsepower, it featured advanced touches like teletouch, push-button, shifting, and deep scalloped fenders that turned heads even, if not always, in admiration. While the brand was misunderstood, the Citation itself was a solid performer with luxury chops and bold ambition. Today, it's a quirky classic that shows just how daring the 50s could be. Number 3. Dotto Adventurer 1957. At the top of the Dotto lineup sat the Adventurer. Only 1,950 were ever produced. All dripping in style and performance, it packed a 345 CI Hemi V8, delivering exactly 345 horsepower, paired with a TorqueFlite 3-speed automatic. It hit 60 in just over 7 seconds. Gold trim, unique color schemes, and Dotto's forward-look styling made it a visual standout. Though Dotto didn't survive the next decade, the Adventurer was a high-noter, beautiful, brutish blast of late 50s innovation. Number 2. Chrysler 300C 1957. Part of the elite Chrysler letter series, the 300C brought brute force. In a tuxedo, its 392 Hemi V8 delivered 375 horsepower, or 390, with dual 4-barrel carbs. It ran the quarter-mile in 16 seconds, blazing for its size and class. The 300C also delivered luxury leather buckets, aircraft-grade switches, and a commanding road presence. With fewer than 2,500 built, it's a collector's dream, and one of the finest balances of American luxury and muscle ever made. Number 1. Mercury Turnpike Cruiser, Super Marauder, 1958. At the top spot sits the Mercury Turnpike Cruiser, especially the Super Marauder edition. With details like fender skirts and the futuristic breezeway rear window, it was peak 50s flamboyance. But this wasn't just about flair. Its 430-side Super Marauder V8 produced a staggering 400 horsepower, the first US production engine to break that barrier. With triple tubular carbs and limited production, just 100 made, it was as rare as it was radical. The Turnpike Cruiser was outrageous, overbuilt, and utterly unforgettably perfect finale to the 50s era of excess. And there you have it, 10 thunderous titans from the decade when horsepower and style reigned supreme. If you could take just one for a joyride, which one's your pick? Let us know in the comments below. And if this blasts from the past, revved your engines, hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss another vintage countdown.